Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to Getting Jacked and Juicy. So competed last week in the King Kong Classic, the natural class. I know it doesn't look like it, but we did pretty good. We did first place in True Novice A, fourth place in Novice, and then first again in Open Class B. All that means is the classes that we're in were height based. So based on my height category, I killed it. And then in the overall, I came in fourth. Overall is where all the winners from all the classes come together and compete on stage. That's where like they put the top 5 together, they compare and they see who's the best man pretty much. So that was the fourth overall. But again, really well for our first show after 7 years. Today we're gonna be doing pull day. That is gonna be a part of my men's physique lean gain program that is also on the Trying to Get Jacked app. So if you follow along, you can check the app out. But I'll take you guys to the pull day. I'll talk along the workout in terms of how I'm gonna be bringing up my weak points, what areas need to be worked on. So when we show up on stage next year, which we will, we show up with a better package and then we kill it again, right? Obviously, I always focus on doing my best, but we're gonna try improving the season to bring our best. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're excited because we actually did something this year. But yeah, let's get into the pull day and let's get jacked. Guys, so we're starting the workout off with rope crunches and hanging leg raises. One of my weak points is my abs. A lot of guys on stage, they will literally stand and their abs will just pop the whole time. Where I'm like, like crunching really hard, trying to flex really hard, and still can't get the abs to fully pop out, especially when I'm low on carbs. So my game plan is hammer my abs in my actual bulk phase, which is where I grow the abs, right? And actually get those defined abs. In my cut, I was spamming abs just to get more blood flow in there, but I'm not really developing any muscle tissue, right? This is where I'm gonna put on tissue in that area so it looks nice and defined. And one of the biggest things I'll be doing is actually tracking my weights for my abs as well, instead of just spamming a bunch of reps. I'm gonna try progressively overloading, stimulating the abs just as any other muscle group. Okay, so let's get right into it. One of the best things or biggest things for rope crunches, don't let the hips move like this, right? You wanna move just through the spine. Think about you're just stretching out the spine so you can get the full ab stretch, right? Full extension right here. Full extension. I'm gonna try limiting my arm movement. My arms tend to do this. Trying to keep them here. Got 12 reps at whatever, 170. And then second exercise is gonna be hanging leg raises. This one again, I used to just like send it, but now I'm gonna try and count the reps and make sure I'm progressing week by week, okay? So I'm gonna strap up for this just because I don't want my grip to give out, I want my abs to give out. Just like when we train back or legs, we don't want grip and forearms to give out, right? We want abs to give out in this. Ooh, this is hard there. We only got, I think 9 there, so, and my knees were a little bit bent. But if you guys saw, I was focused on going as high as I could, because that's where you get the ab contraction, right? If you just keep it hip level, you're sure you're getting hip flexors. If you want to contract the abs, you want to get that full stretch and squeeze, okay? Guys, so I'm just tracking my weights and reps for the rope crunches. We did 170 for 12 reps first set. And then for the leg raises, I got 9 reps here, which I'm gonna track. Supposed to get 10 to 15, but I only got 9. But this is why you track it, right? So next week when I come in, I'm not gonna bitch out. I'm gonna at least get 10, and then week after 11. And by the time I'm at the stage level next time, maybe I'm doing 20 reps, right? Or I'm adding some ankle weights, you know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing some sort of progress. Track your shit, trying to get jacked. App. So first movement for back, I'm bringing back the pull-ups after really long. We're gonna start off with 2 sets of as many reps as possible, AMRAP. Okay, so this should be nice and juicy way of starting off the workout, but also one of my weaker points is my upper back detail, or like the middle of the back detail, which is gonna be nice and juicy through a pull-up. because you're getting that full upper back instead of constantly lats, right? Lats have grown pretty nicely over the years. Now I need more detail in the middle of the back. So when I do that front or that back pose, there's detail popping out. That's creating like this 3D illusion for the judges, right? Especially if I'm leaning back like that. So we're starting off with the pull-ups. Let's get juicy. Mm. 14 reps, not bad for first pull-ups in a while. So you're gonna rest 90 seconds and then we'll do another set. I'm gonna track that shit. Guys, one of the biggest things when it comes to pull-ups is if you can't do them, go to assisted. Assisted pull-ups are the best things you can do if you want to get a proper pull-up, along with like a wide grip pull-down. Second thing is when you're doing the pull-up itself, I think about bringing my chest up and my chin above the bar without overly exaggerating my low back arch. So a lot of us, we arch our low backs like crazy. So you want to keep the low back somewhat neutral, but get that chest up, chin above the bar, and then strap up so your grip isn't giving out, okay? $14 again, yeah, let's go. I think a little longer rest, but that was good. After this, guys, we're gonna do a single arm lat pull down. So now we got our upper back, lats, everything warmed up. Now we're gonna focus a little bit more on the lats. Again, for men's physique, we wanna have massive lats. So me developing that connection with single arm is gonna help bring up the lower lats. So when I do this pose, it like spreads like wings, okay? Now it's gonna be 2 sets, 12 to 15. Let's get it. Guys, so we're gonna do a different variation of a single arm lat pull down. To hit the lower lats a little bit. All it is I'm gonna set the cable as high as possible. And this is my first time doing this too, so let's learn along the way. And I'm gonna sit backwards and think about bringing my elbow towards my lower lats and hip to just really get that lower lat stretch, okay? Science. Do you guys need to do this? No. I'm doing it because I'm getting specific with training for physique look, which requires a good amount of lower lats. Also, my lats are my strong point, so I'm just double downing on it. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try doing the normal handle so I can strap up. Ooh, that's pretty juicy, man. Holy, 11 reps both sides, 100 pounds. We're gonna do one more set, lower the weight, try to get 12 to 15 next set. I'm getting a little bit excited about. A lot of times when it comes to like building muscle gaining phase, the building of muscle can be really slow. So having some visual progress in front of you, you can use anything, Excel, writing it down, apps, whatever, helps you at least stay a little more excited for the gym. Because you're trying to not chase numbers, but you have some visual cues that you're making progress, which is really important when it comes to a bulking or gaining phase, right? In a cut, it's like, oh, weight's going down, picture's getting better. So dopamine is constant, so you stay excited, motivated. When it comes to a bulk, a lot of us get relaxed, because we're like, if I eat food, if I train, muscle's gonna be built. It doesn't get built like that, right? You have to force the growth. So tracking these things can go a long way. Juicy. Sings Wings. Let's go. Incoming. I should open a chicken wing spot in Brampton. Sings Wings. I might get canceled though, but it's fine. Third main movement, we're gonna do neutral grip rows. So now with the pull-ups, we've done upper back, single arm, we've done lats. Now we're gonna do a little bit lats plus upper back. 3 sets, 12 to 15. When it's a bilateral, like two-hand movement, right? You can go a little bit heavier. So single arm movements, I can't go as heavy, but I might feel the muscle more, right? So it's great if you're not able to feel something, or if you're doing it like towards the end of the workout. But a double hand, you can load it more, so you can add more weight to it, but that doesn't mean you ego lift. You still have to control the form. So double arm, main focus, grow my upper back and my lats, okay? Ooh, I only got 10. Supposed to get 12 to 15. So I'm gonna go lower for the next 2 sets. But yeah, that felt good. Feels good to like finally train in this mindset of like sending it, you know? Before I was sending it, but I was still like a little bit in my back of mind, like I'm in a deficit, I'm cutting, maybe a little bit lighter, that kind of shit. Now like every set, you're like, you know? So let's get 2 more sets, let's get jacked. It look juicy? A little juicy? Holy shit. Something's happening, huh? Let's go. Juicy. So, weak points wise, mid back, upper back, those are the areas that need work, and my side delts and my rear delts, okay? Side delts have come up quite a bit, but the rear delts need to come up, so I get that 3D look, especially when I'm leaner, right? When I'm lean, the muscles that are newer for me start to deflate a little bit, so I gotta put more tissue on the delts, everything else, so I look bigger even without a crazy pump. Because even though right now I look jacked on stage, the time is so like up and down, you don't know when you're gonna hop on stage, so you never have that peaked look, right? So you wanna have enough muscle tissue that you still look juicy. So working on the delts, upper back lats. Juicy. One thing for lats, a lot of us, we feel our biceps a lot. So obviously straps are gonna help with that, but also think the whole movement being driven through your elbow. Like think about elbows driving the lats forward and then elbows towards the hip. Elbows, rather than your arms and torso, right? When you start thinking elbow positioning, you'll feel your back way more. So even your upper back, think about elbows, right? Lats, elbows driving the lats forward and back. It's gonna take your lats to another level, okay? Ooh, god damn, juicy. Okay, 4th exercise, we're gonna straight arm pull downs. Again, fry the lats out. We've done pull down, row, now straight arm pull downs. Gonna finish off the lats, and then we got an upper back movement and biceps. Let's get to it. Guys, so straight arm pull downs, one of the biggest things is keep your arms straight. Obviously, I see this too many times, which has a place for it, which you'll see in my other one of the days, but straight arm, think about dragging the bar onto the floor and then dragging the floor or scraping the floor on the way up. Scrape the floor on the way down, scrape the floor on the way up. Easy. And again, like I mentioned for lats, elbows. Think about driving everything to the elbows, pushing on the outside of the palm. Oi. Fifth movement, we're gonna do chest supported upper back row. Again, upper back being one of the weaker points. That's why I started off with it. I'm gonna end off with it as well. And then as I was mentioning, since it's a weak point, I'm gonna have a separate day where another pull day. It's gonna be fully dedicated towards mid back, upper back with like one lat movement and rear delts, which I'll take you guys through in the future as well. Yeah, running a 5-day split right now based on my weak points. A push day, a bit more shoulder, arms, upper chest, and then a leg day, just one leg day, obviously, because you're men's physique. And then one pull day, like we're doing today, and then another push day that's more shoulders and arms focused. You gotta get biceps and shoulders bigger for, you know, the men's physique look. And then another pull day, like I just talked about, more upper back and rear delt focused. Because the game plan is like, I'm not gonna compete anytime soon, but it might be another 6 months. but I do want to keep stepping on stage, just to keep bringing the physique. Also, like, it literally is like all aligned with trying to get jacked. It's like pretty much the pillar of getting jacked, right? It's like go step on stage, and I like doing it. So I enjoyed the last prep, honestly, except for the maybe last 2 weeks, or like the last week when I was chugging like 50,000 liters of water. But everything else, like I enjoyed, right? So every year, the next few years, I'm gonna definitely be competing. So definitely competing next year. Well, I'll chime you guys in as I get closer to it. Right now, just bring up the body in terms of weak points, posing, all that stuff, and I'll take you guys through it, okay? Let's get to the next movement. Guys, so one of the biggest things when it comes to upper back, you know, for lats, I keep preaching elbows close to your body, your hips, your hips. For upper back, you actually want to keep your chest neutral and let the elbows travel behind your back and pause back here and keep the elbows flared. That's going to target your upper back, rhomboid, mid-trap area way more compared to elbows close to your body. So here you'll see I emphasize the squeeze and I emphasize flaring of the elbows, which makes it easier when you do the movement like this, right? Because it's already set up for you, so you can't fuck it up. Clearly overshot in the weights here. I wasn't able to get this full squeeze, so I'm gonna go a little bit lighter next set. But that time I count as only 9 reps, even though I got 11, because a couple of them elbows were sus. So next week I'll start off with a lighter weight. But yeah, one more set here, let's get it. Mindset post show. Sometimes what happens is like you stay in this lean state for so long that you look in the mirror, you're like, you look sick, you look sick, you look sick. After you stop your cut, like especially after competition, you're like, I want to eat food again. So you start eating food again, you start doing less cardio, and then your body starts to put on fat again because it wants to do that. Because it doesn't want to stay that lean. But once you start putting that fat on, your mind goes into like, oh damn, I don't look good, I don't look this way, I want to get lean again. So we go in this like circle of trying to stay lean, but also get bigger, which does not happen, right? So if you actually want to improve, you want to build muscle, it's okay. You've done your cut, be proud. Now putting on a little bit of fluff and weight is totally fine. Yes, you can mitigate it through being smart with your diet, still eating clean, reverse dieting up, now fully tapering off all the cardio, and then slowly getting into your surplus calories. But at the same time, understand, you're not gonna look as shredded as you did at your peak cut, and that's totally fine, okay? So I'm going through that right now myself, so that's why I'm saying that. Now it's time to improve, now it's time to grow. Let's get it. So we're ending the workout off with some juicy biceps. Straight bar curls, main thing here. I actually want to keep the elbow right underneath my shoulder here, not too forward like a preacher curl, but not too back like an incline curl. Right underneath, and just pump blood into the muscle. 2 sets, 12 to 15 with a drop set, okay? Ooh. Yeah, so we're doing a drop set, especially if you're low on time and you want effective reps, which actually lead to growth. Drop set, rest pause sets are great. I like doing drop sets on like stack based exercises because it's easy. You know, you don't have to change any weights or anything like that. So I dropped about 15%, so I went from 70 to 50. Now I'm gonna do as many reps as I can. Oh fuck. Holy shit. That's crazy. I finally feel my muscles, yo. The last few weeks of the cut, I don't even feel anything. I was like, oh, I look pretty decent. I don't feel any muscle. Now I can feel the contractions again. The power of 400 grams of carbs. So eat your carbs, guys. Okay, last exercise, we're gonna do a low cable bicep curl. This one, the elbow is gonna be behind our body. I'm gonna stretch the bicep. This one, we squeezed the bicep a little bit, pumped it up, added some weight to it. Now we're gonna go a little bit lighter, but just stretch it out. and get a nicer jacked bicep. That looked weird, right? Guys, I see too many of us going way too heavy on this and just adding a bunch of weight and going like this, straight Brampton style. And I used to do the same thing, so don't worry. But this movement is more stretch focused of the bicep, so you don't have to go heavy. Go higher reps, move forward a bit, line up the bicep, shoulder, elbow with the cable, chest angle up, keep the elbow behind your shoulder, and then get that juicy bicep stretch. Ooh, there you go. Holy fuck. Jacked. Guys, one quick thing. Bicep training. It's one of those things where, yes, you want to add weight over time, but also one of the biggest things is train in different positions of the bicep, right? So have your elbow back here, have your elbow up here, elbow right here, on a pad, have different variations, right? And so just spamming barbell curls, going heavy all the time, and then 2 years later, elbow hurts, forearm hurts, everything hurts. Having different positions is gonna keep you healthier, but also it's actually gonna give your bicep a nice and juicy look, like this, you know? So make sure you train your biceps in different variations. Okay, one more set and then we're done the pull day. Okay. You guys stop chasing abs. And what I mean by this is probably the biggest takeaway I've had from competing this year is if you wanna get abs, you probably have to lose double the amount of weight you think you have to lose, because we have way more body fat than we think. Last June I was 196, 195. I thought around 160 or like 165 I'd had six pack, you know, I'd get pretty ripped. I got to 165, maybe like my 4-pack is showing, right? I had to get down to 148 to actually get stage ready. And at that point, I was pretty ripped, but I was like, ah, damn, I don't have enough muscle. And most of us are in this place where we don't have enough muscle. So when you do cut down, you just look skinny and you just get small. So please stop chasing abs. Yes, if you have a lot of body fat, cut down, get to a normal, healthy body weight. But majority of your training, focus on building muscle tissue. That's gonna give you the greatest ROI long term, okay? So that's my biggest takeaway from competing this year. Guys, so that's the full pull day. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you haven't checked out the full day of eating that I posted before this, check that out. This is how I'm reversing out of my competition, right? Still eating good amount of food, lesser fats, more carbs, keeping it clean. And I'm gonna get some cardio in right now. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's keep getting jacked.